These are my red Pontiac and red Lesota potatoes that I harvested. Hi, I'm Jason, Botanical Buzzard, and this is little Rosalie, garden pest number 1. She will dig up your potatoes, certainly will. I got a whole bunch of them with scratches on them to prove it. So it's been a while since I've done a garden tour. There's a lot going on here. I've been really busy and I got sick for a while. This is Riley's grave. I've never shown him before in a video, but we decorated his grave with some butterflies, and he is out here in the garden with us, always and forever in our hearts. Right behind him, we've got purple yam. It's another purple yam doing good, climbing up the fence. We'll start in the back here. We've got another yam. I think this is I don't know. I got a couple of them that I'm not sure what they are because I've got 5 species growing. Look, we still got some Mizuna growing. I thought that it would peter out after the summer got hot, but it's still doing good. It was doing good through the winter, and I just kept 1 or 2 of them to see if they would go to seed, but they're just standing. These are little lemon trees. So I found this big lemon tree at the dog park, and I saved what I could find from the seeds on the ground, and I was able to sprout them. Some more yams here in pots that I gotta find homes for. But this lemon tree grew very tall and robust. It's been there for years. I've seen it as I took dogs to the park and stuff. It's another ube, purple yam. I gotta find a home for it. I've got a few too many. So I saved the seeds, hoping to get some good trees, because this lemon tree obviously is robust and has survived whatever diseases have been coming through Florida. I don't know if this tomato is going to make it. Is it just dry? Everglades tomatoes back here. They had the tops break over in the last storm, so it stressed out a lot, and that stops them from producing for a minute. This is the alien yam that I got from Good Gardens. Daisy the Good and David the Good has got his hands on some really cool, what I've come to call alien yams. Real funny looking bulbils, wedge shaped, funny looking shaped, warded on the edges, some of them. This is my 5-leaf yam, Dioscorea pentaphylia. From Grower Jim. Another alien yam growing up there. And this has got thorns on it. That means it's another 5-leaf yam coming out of the ground there. Good luck, guys. This is American Beautyberry. Picked it up at the dog park and brought it home. Just a few things tucked into the back of the yard here. Most everything else is going on out here. We've harvested all the potatoes out of this bed here. It's now too hot for potatoes, but the squash is doing good. Not this guy in particular. This is, I believe, a calabaza. That's what it looks like it's growing here. What do you think? Looks like a calabaza squash. This is Dioscorea polystachya, also known as cinnamon vine. Makes these delicious little tubers. I'm sorry, yeah, they're not tubers, they're aerial tubers, right on the vine. But up above is the Dioscorea alata, greater white yam. This guy is a monster that just shot up out of the ground over here. The vines are huge because it's his 2nd year. And when he came up with authority. Big, thick vine, looked like a giant piece of asparagus shooting out of the ground. And there's 2 of them. There's one there and another one here, hiding behind all this ginger and turmeric. Let's just pan around here so you can see how big that squash has gotten. It's just taken over the whole yard. Guy's amazing. I just kept feeding it. Feed me, Seymour. What you doing? You got little hitchhikers all over you, chasing the lizards. Chasing the lizards, you cute little thing. Hitchhikers all over you. Little Rosalie. Hopefully she'll leave the watermelons alone, but if you get a lizard in here, she will trample the watermelons to death. You better believe that. There's another one hiding back here. Good luck, little guys. Trying to protect them with some of these boards here. Outside the fence, the plants have a much better chance without garden pest number one over here. So we've got all kind of squash like these growing. I've got a bunch of these on this one. See if we can find a couple of more. Oh, there's a big guy right there. Look at you. These are delicious. I'm glad to be growing these. They are orange inside and delicious as candy. Behind it is some volunteer, looks like mini Romas. Just shot up. I think I see some ripe ones down here. Yes, I do. Oh, I'm gonna have to get in there and get those. I also see some red in there. That means that all these Everglades tomatoes, oh, they came crashing over. Something's pulled them down. I'm gonna have to get in there. I think the squash is crawling over, pulling them down. They have just taken over and gotten huge. Behind me here, we've got melons growing. Here's another big dark melon that I didn't even see. How did he sneak up behind me? And amongst that, we've got the, what is this? This is, my goodness, Seminole pumpkin. There's another big one. Oh yeah. Happy, healthy guys. The marigolds come up. They love it in here. This is where I planted the pumpkin, Seminole pumpkin, along with some jicama. Let the jicama grow up out of here. Here's another one. They'll come up and vine up and leave some nice, delicious vegetables in the ground. I got these seeds from Good Gardens also. These watermelons are just gorgeous. That his son Ezekiel land raced. He's got some great garden videos, David the Good, if you want to see where these seeds came from and learn how to garden. That's where I learned how to garden, watching his videos amongst some others. But I got the most information out of his, the real valuable information that I was able to put to real use. I don't want to step in here too much, but that rain has definitely got this guy swelled up. So happy about that. Let me look over here. Another Mizuna giant guy just survived. It looks like the bugs are starting to attack him, so I guess the heat is finally getting to him. I have some more jicama and Dioscorea growing. Here's an ube. Happy one. Ginger and turmeric hanging around over here with this giant yam coming out of the ground. I've got some baby cinnamon vine yams here. The polystachia. Oh, I forgot about my onions because I just harvested them. But we are so surprised at how this squash just didn't stop. The sunflower doesn't look too happy. I think the squash is eating everything available. Maybe I should fertilize, but we kind of like going natural. Once it's going, I like to just feed it naturally. Lots of big squash on this one. Maybe you can see some of these big ones in the middle. Here's a pretty good sized guy. Big as pumpkins. But that one, those in there are just monsters. Good grief. I got a couple over here that I neglected to show you. I apologize. Here's a beautiful fig. He's coming back from the last freeze we had here in Tampa. Had a late frost. It took some plants that we started a little early. But there's another couple of big giant gourds for you. I can't wait to put one of those in the oven. Don't even know what kind they are. I save seeds. I'm sure they get cross-pollinated. Oh yeah, the tomato plant's kicking. I've got to get in there and harvest that about every day now. So I planted 2 squash. One ended up coming to the left here, and the other one ended up growing out to the right and just spreading out here. So like Little Shop of Horrors, I just kept putting down material for it to feed on. Compost material I've collected from the local parks. When it rains, it washes up in places, and I'll go get buckets and buckets of it, trash cans full. Leaves, other stuff that washes up. But I can't argue with the harvest it's given me. It's just bountiful. As you can see, I still have a few potatoes in here that I haven't got out yet. And it looks like I better get in here and finish harvesting this row. From about here to there, these are actually dead potatoes. Here's one still sticking up. But there's the last of the red potatoes. I've been leaving them in the ground. Better get them up though, because right here we have a zombie pumpkin. Right here we have a tropical pumpkin. Over there I have a new Seminole pumpkin. And I honestly thought by this time that these squash, pumpkins, whatever you want to call them, would be done. But they seem to just want to keep going. And my gosh, it's getting late in the year. How much heat can they take? They're creating their own shade and their own environment, so I guess they're happy. And I'm happy for them. Anyway, out to the front here where we have a bunch more yams growing around this tree. These are second-year yams, of course. These big vines that are sprawling all around, they're about to take hold. Plus, I got some new ones I planted. We'll harvest some of each, let some go to their 3rd year, and eat some of the new ones as well. They get pretty big pretty quick. This is some garlic I planted. I don't know if it's going to do good or not. It don't seem to be too happy. The marigold are definitely happy. They all came back volunteer. I had a few of them in the yard last year, and they sure know how to take over. They took over the whole bed here. So we're just going to let this be an ornamental bed. We harvested a bunch of radishes out of here already. So I threw some more jicama down here. I'll have to give them some strings to climb up, and they're unassuming though, they grow under the ground. Nobody knows. A little bit more ginger and turmeric, which survived and popped up over here. And the yams are gonna encompass this tree and have it as beautiful as it was last year, and covered with these beautiful heart-shaped leaves that they make. Thank you for joining me on the walk today through the garden. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted anything, but I'll try to be more on top of things in the future. Take care.